Um,
Hello, 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 everybody.
I'm back, Jess.
Welcome back, welcome back. We are live at Joann's Fabrics and Crafts. Hopefully, not the last time we're going in, but could
I'm
potentially
waiting,
be.
Jess.
You're in,
Okay,
Casey. Yeah, you're
there I
up.
am. I see it.
There we go. Hey, Trey. Nothing held back. Store closing. Official. Like, it's sad. It's a sad, sad day in history.
If we have time, there may be something I want you to look for.
You know what? If there's not time, we make time. My parents have quite a bit of a selection. Before, before we start on yarn, necessarily,
Look at the bags.
I'm going to park the car only because we are going to wait a little bit for some to come in. I know Hobie Beagle's still happening,
Yeah,
and
they're
I
on
don't
the.
want.
I don't know what card they're on. I can't tell.
So I parked the cart. We're just going to do like a little scan through, kind of see what's being offered. 70% off charms and jewelry. Trey, no, it is myself. Let me do a quick hello before we do start walking around. I know Tim's in the house. This Lydia. How are you, sweetheart? Chris K. Sunflower, welcome in. Trey, good to see you. Hey, Amanda. Yeah, we are shopping at Joann's. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. I'm loud. I know I'm loud. Hey, Miss Gwen. Can I go full screen? I could. Yes, let me press a few buttons here. So currently, the last time we came here, yarn was only 25% off. They have upped it, and yarn is now 30% off. Um, so we're going yarn shopping or whatever shopping. Because last time I was here, charms were still at only 40% off. Today, 70% off. I am a sucker for charms, stitch markers, all the way. Amanda, Lulu, hey, welcome, 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 and thank you guys for going shopping with me. We have Tracy on panel. But now that I'm full screen, you can't see her little head, but she's here. So if you hear another voice in a little bit, that's who you're hearing.
I'm here.
There she
Hello,
is.
everybody.
Oh, so it looks like beads are only 50% off, but string beads are 70% off. So, like options. Everybody has options. Beads. Hey, Kendra, welcome in. I'm hoping that this is not the last time I get to go to Joann's. It could be. It's just sad. This is by far my favorite store. I've always been a fan of Joann's or for Michael's or for Hobby Lobby. Um, even
It's
before,
very sad.
even before Hobby Lobby had their values change drastically. Uh, it's kind of more little.
If you see any Stitch Diamond hangings, let me know.
There might be. They're over here by the yarn. I do know they are selling fixtures. They're not selling what I want though, which is also sad. So I have come in and I've done a pre-scan of the yarn. That's how I know there's a lot of new stuff over there in the yarn section. Look at all the fabric. Hey, Jesse.
If you see
Hey,
any
Jeremy.
stitch fabric, let me know.
Like, look at the fabric that's still left here. 50% off. I mean, this place is huge. And
I wish I had one close to me.
like really. And I really wish I knew how to sew and like a use for any of this. But it's just sad as the days.
Yeah, it
My
looks
store
like.
is still so full. Anyway, so yeah, we're just kind of doing a quick walkthrough, quick scan. Fabric remnants, 50% off. Anybody that needs buttons, let's just see what the buttons are. No, 60% off any kind of Velcro. I actually need some buttons for my pom-pom on my hat. Button aisle looks a little naked. 50% off of buttons. Jeremy, I'm actually very excited to take you guys over to the yarn section. They are out of some of the yarns that were here the last time we came through. However, they have at least five new yarns that were not here the last time we came through. And they are some sought after yarns. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I really wish. Do they have polyfill? We can take a look. Oh yeah, we got polyfill for days, honey. You want foam polyfill? Insulating little Oduma guys. Foam mattress toppers, or if you're creative like me, that was the Halloween costume one year. They got the little poofy stuff. These are actually really good to put in the bottom of some amigurumis to kind of help keep. It's like a bean bag filler. We've got the 5 pounds of polyfill. 25% off on the polyfill is what we're running. All right, there's Miss JoJo. Welcome in, sweets.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Miss Tracy.
Yes.
Could you turn down the TV just a little bit?
Oh, yep. It can go off.
Thank you, Miss Gwen.
Is that better?
Perfect. Miss Gwen says the TV in the background might get you a copyright strike. So, hey, Thea, welcome in. The other voices is Moonlight Tracy and Joe S., which is Joe Speakman. She just joined us on panel. Chris Kaleidoscope would like to know about how much for these beads. So let's go right over here. Original price was $7.99, and then they're given 20% off. And this is huge, which I'm little, so this comes up to like my thigh. What, 2 foot?
Costs an arm and a leg to ship.
Honestly, I would kind of wrap this in like wrapping paper or some kind of a. craft paper and stick a label on it and ship it.
Yeah.
Creations by Jack. Our last three trucks have been delivering with. Yeah, okay, yeah, the TV, yep, the TV's been cut off. So I'm going to quickly make my way back up to my cart and hopefully it hasn't been confiscated, which I don't know, I doubt it has. They have done a really good job at keeping it somewhat organized and clean, considering I'm sure it's been massive chaos. Every time I come in, there's new stuff everywhere. Last week when we were here, this was all fabric right back here. And now we're back to yarn. More yarn. Woo-hoo! Okay, that's waffles yarn. Okay, back to the cart. And I have offered to go shopping for anyone willing to cover the shipping. I will ship whatever to you. I do offer Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I think that's about all the other ones. Hey, please. And yes, my cart has been stolen. It was here by yarn. So let's go grab it. Look, guys. Look, they have landscape.
How much is in
Really?
each one of those? How much yardage?
All right, yardage in the landscape is running 147 yards, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. Miss Tracy, I do know I have made a broomstick lace scarf that, yeah, I think it was like 3 foot long, but it was like an infinity scarf, and I didn't use quite a full ball of this one. And
Okay,
these are
so
running.
three should be enough to make something nice.
Oh, heck yeah, you can make a cardigan with 3 of these
Okay,
for your size,
so we
depending on
got
your
3
stitch.
already.
What's the price
Because
on
I've
them?
$6.50, and I only know that because I've bought some already. I came in and did a pre-scan while everybody was playing at Hobie Bingo.
And how much were they?
$6.50 on those ones. They've got some new flower powers. That's still here. These things were here last time. Heartland Thick and Quick. Hey, Miss Pam. Yes, thank you for stopping in. Um, Unbanded by the original band. There's way too many different random yarns to be able to say, "Ooh, touch this one," and I know what that one was. I'm not sure. All right, let's go grab our card or a card. Two little puppies. Little puppies. All right, right now Christmas is labeled 80% off with an additional 25% off. So that's 95% off Christmas and Halloween. Be cool. This one here is the Woolies Thick and Quick. Pretty color. Really good for a hat. Okay, let's just see. Big Twist Living, Big Twist Value. I know there's more of this in the back. This one here is KNC Superwash Wool Lux, 215 yards per. That's actually big and fluffy. Very fluffy on that. I know they've got some more of this in the back, but it is the burnout blanket.
That's such a pretty yarn.
That is very good. 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 220 yards. This Bernat is deep teal. Not sure the price, Miss Pam. We just know whatever the original price was, it is now 30% off. So if by chance you remember from shopping, whatever that original price was, I almost want to say they were $11.99 or $12.99 original price. The Big Swiss value, Miss Jeanette, I think, if I'm right, they're almost $4 a piece. It's like 3 and some change on the Big Swiss value. Miss Pam wants this one. Okay, Jeremy says they were $12.99. So $12.99 at 30% off, Miss Pam. And if the price is any different, I will let you know. We got some of
Was
this
that
the
the
last
only
time we
one
were.
you had of those?
What, Miss Jo?
Of those ones you just put in your cart? Is that the only ones they had?
No,
Oh,
there's
that's
going to
part
be,
of the blanket memory.
but there is some more coming up in the back. I'm actually surprised we don't have much in the floral. And actually, I Joe and Tracy might be able to help me. Connie, I don't know if Connie said that she wanted the wreath forms to maybe build some wreaths in the future, but we don't have any forms left. Nor does it look like we have any wire. Hey, Sarah. Oh, you're welcome very much, Miss Pam. Yeah, we will. We'll look and see what we got as we go in the back. Very distracted by certain wires here. Really good for my bacon roses. 40% off in the bakeware.
Read that.
There you go. Got some purple. Lavender Field of the KC. Same stuff they had last time. But we do have new members in this time, so feel free to shout out and tell me to stop if we want some extra stuff on things. All right, Juicy Contour, blah, 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 blah. This is a Oh Baby. We've got our KC Pastel Pink. I know they have more of these, which is the Jumbo Ombre. This color is Whitewater and 595 yards. Yes, it is KC cotton. Um, from the last time we did come, I did notice uh, there's one that's a luster cotton. Is this one a different one? And if we get to it, there's a different one. It's still cotton, but it's got a different name on it. The 3 packs of KC, $7 a piece. I think there were like 680, some 686, 687 a piece, 627, maybe 627, a little over $6, maybe $7. So $7 a piece each for each skein. So 21 for the pack. Is this the other one? Nope, that's a luster cotton as well. So there's a pastel orchid, pastel pink, and pastel lavender. Big twist, value pound plus, 1,093 yards. And this one is teal. I didn't see much of this one this time. Okay, Jeremy says like 6.89 a piece. I know I got them last time, and after getting everybody's orders together, the only ones that were more than like 7.50 or like out of range were the blush ones.
Is that purple?
Yes, ma'am. This is purple. It
Pick
is
two.
called lavender pastel.
Okay, 2 packages.
Oh, 2 packs of 6.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I've got you. There we go, Jojo. Jojo Pam. Jojo Pam. Okay, sorry. Hey, Sunita. I haven't seen the Eddie Bauer yarn this time. They do got the juicy, and the Eddie Bauer is so soft. Just if there's another of the Burnett thing, yes, ma'am, I will do. Absolutely. All right, we've got 2 different colors here, possibly, or just the dialect is slightly different. Here's green. Joe, don't look. We've got a forest green and a light green. These are just the values. I haven't tried the Eddie Bauer cotton. Oh, Jojo. Ooh, Jojo.
Pretty.
Oh,
Yes.
got Twist Value Lilac. This one pack since it's, would you like 1 or 2, ma'am?
One pack.
Okay. All right. And this is a yarn. I did purchase one ball of it the last time we were here. I haven't heard of it. Draper James, Cozy Wool. Hey, Danny Joe. We're shopping at Joann's. There's I'm hearing that there's been not much yarn available at Joann's. I don't know. I mean, this is just in the center aisle, and they actually had stuff on the shelves, which I was kind of flabbergasted that they did. But I did buy this one here in the pink, and and it feels really. It feels like it's going to be like a tight wool. I like how it's spun. It's a tight stitch and a tight twist, so I think it would make really good amigurumis. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We have thick and quick basic stitch antimicrobial. Ooh, sounds fancy. Sounds healthy for you. This is in the color smoke. Definitely a bulky 5. Definitely not a 6. They might call it a 6. Um, this is 65% recycled polyester, 35% acrylic. Yeah, bulky 5. Reese Witherspoon. What? Heartland thick and quick. Another thick and quick. And these are also the KC. Okay, these are the essential cottons. Oh, what? Sanita, that I didn't. And I've had it and I didn't even bother researching it. Well, haven't really had the time to research it. So thank you for that. The Draper James is Reese Witherspoon. Hmm. Yeah, because it still had a fancy price tag on it. I think I paid 712 for that one for the Draper James. Here we go. KC Essential Cotton. What color is this one? Cliff Dye. This is a very pretty color. They call it solar power. And yes, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Jeremy, with a mustard. It is a nice mustard color. But then it also has a holiday red, which to the eye it looks red with like a pink undertone, if that makes sense. but it looks almost like a bright fluorescent red. So those are quite nice. I do like those. I can't wait to use it. Cozy Loves. What would somebody do with this stuff? Has anybody used it, and what have you made with it? If you don't mind me asking, because JoJo knows I can't use beyond a bulky 5, and if that bulky 5 doesn't mush down, then I can't use it at all.
It's a bulky 5. You can make whatever you want with it.
No, I'm saying this guy. This
And
one
what size
here
is
is
it?
7.
Oh, I don't mess with that.
Like, what are we doing here? That's definitely like a bathroom rug or something.
Yeah, it's just too big. That's
It
more like
is,
for hand knitting, I think, or hand crochet.
and this Draper James is 60% superwash merino wool and 40% acrylic. Yeah, I don't know. This is bright. It's it's a beautiful red. It's beautiful. And then for the green that goes with it, ultra aquamarine. What do we have here? It's the sock wool. Oh, not a white. Wait, standard acrylic. Ooh, cornflower blue. Stick twist splitting in a darker mustard. Make sure we're not missing any goodies down here. Big twist plush jumbo. Some more big stuff. My hands are sore thinking about it. This is the Draper James that I did pick up, which is really pink, but it's again, okay. So the best way I can describe the colors of Draper James, um, think highlighter. Your highlighter colors, that's like a pink highlighter. The yellow is kind of like that yellow highlighter. It's just kind of like a bright, but not that bright. Holy cow, this stuff is just massive. Again, Jumbo 7, link it down. We've got the burgundy value, Draper James, and the essential and the blue. That's a gorgeous blue. All right, Trey,
Plug me in, please.
what are we looking at? This is a midnight blue.
Yeah, I'm going to. I got to move this plate, but
We're gonna go grab our cart before we get too far. Me, me, me. Okay, forward march.
this
Oh,
is black in it.
I did not see these earlier,
Okay.
guys. Oh, man,
Those are so nice.
man.
What
Why do they
colors
gotta
did we
have
have?
these?
Is that the only
So
color?
far, so far. Like crazy soft. All right, hold on. Oops. All right, hold on. I gotta get you back in my ear because if some spammer had to call me. Give me just a second. Un momento, por favor. Try to get you guys back.
No.
All right, so far it just looks like it is. Our color is Amber Ocean. What's the price? Thank you, Jeremy. So, Mary, um, if if you can just remember what the original prices were when everything was regular price, it's that price with the 30% off. And Jeremy said they were originally 10,
Oh,
so 9.99 at 30% off.
oh,
Hey, welcome back. Ooh, here's the Eddie Bauer. Ooh, Eddie Bauer Fireside Plush.
uh-uh.
Got some big twist splitting. Got some woolies. I re- they did not sell this originally here in this store. Otherwise, I'd have every color imaginable.
Is that the
This is,
bamboo?
yes. It says it's stencil, which I'm assuming is a bamboo. I know it's a plant fiber, so I'm going to assume it does not say bamboo. It says 100% tensile lyocell. So
Yeah.
but it's a medium 4. It is so soft, so soft. I actually want to make like a lacy kind of summery tank top that's kind of holey that you can wear, a solid tank underneath it. I can't wait. Oh, flowers! Oh, they're everywhere. Oh, man, man. Big twist t-shirt yarn. I've never used this at all. This is clematis flower. It's a very pretty purple, more like a lilac purple. 131 yards, 100% recycled polyester. Um, I will keep my eyes out. Oh, Jeremy said, sorry, they were 11.99 originally with the 30% off. Now this here, Tracy, is the yarn that you were asking me about. So this is the Colorama Lacy. They have it so far in 2 colorways. Again, not something that I've seen in the store originally, and I mean, I come here way more than I needed to. So this is the
Is that
Colorama Lacy.
is that purple or brown?
This is purple. This is called Berry Patch. So it's like the purple's wine color, like the color of wine.
Hmm.
Raspberry, I say like a raspberry, so not necessarily purple. There's a little bit of a darker purple, but
And
more like
what's the other color?
this one here is, they call it spectral, spectral, and there we
Looks
go.
more
So
like fall colors.
yeah, there's some darker ones, but get some like pinks and some oranges. Yeah, I would give this one more fall-y. I'd give them both like a fall colorway. So
And
this
how
one's
much
like
are they? Do
15.
we know?
I am 100% unsure. Let's see if there's anything on the shipping box. Da, 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 da. Currently, no. Mm-mm. And
I
this
think they're
shipment actually
running
came in
$8
from
a piece.
Ohio. So
Get me how many come in a pack?
2.
Give me 2 packs of the purple, the wine color.
Perfect. 2 packs of the wine color for Tracy Pam and Joe is what I have currently. And as we go around, I might actually steal a box to keep things separated if needed. All right, here we
Boy,
go.
that
Here we
stuff is
go.
pretty.
Back to the blanket, Burnett blanket. This one is in our colorway fuchsia. Gosh, this is pretty. That's so pretty. Um, and honestly, there's at least one more Joann's that we could go to locally. A little bit more of a drive, but worth checking out, especially if they discount the yarn. And I'm going to reapply because I have a feeling they're going to be open for just a little bit longer since the yarn's only 30% off. I think they're going to, so I'm going to reapply because I want an additional 30% off. How cool would it be if we could get 60% off of yarn? Like if I get a discount, I'll share with you guys. They just got to hire me first. Like I got the time to work at you. I'll find time. This one is Prism, still blanket. It's the blue that Pam wanted. She asked for another pack. That one's open, so we don't need that one. All right. And I've got some weird share your referral link ad in the bottom. Okay, there we go. How many are they? Which ones are they? Jeremy knew. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, so this one's different. It's still the fuzzy stuffed blanket yarn, but this says baby blanket, dappled, dabbled. Okay, you will take a 2-pack of the wine. Perfect, Sarah. Sarah Mahoney. I'm gonna go ahead and set that there, but let's go find a tote. Let's go to storage. Oh, perfect. Oh, and I found more yarn. Right. Yeah. Here we go. Let's borrow this one. Maybe this one. Yeah, it's got sections. So sorry. Oh my gosh, there's so much yarn. Okay, I'm glad I didn't purchase this basket because we have a little driver. I got reels. What? Okay, this is now my favorite basket. Terrible, terrible. That's little bit of stuff can excite me. All right, so
What are the
Sarah
baskets?
Mahoney.
30% off?
We'll go back and look because this one might have to come home with me for some odd reason. It's kind of nice. All right, so Sarah, you're in there. And go ahead and set Miss Pam down in the basket as well. Okay. So Sarah, nobody, Pam, Jojo, Tracy. And I will kind of do this a little periodically, maybe throughout, just so that way I can be sure that I know where everything's going, come organizing it all. Because last time I was here, they refused to do separate orders for me, which I really wanted them to do, but they didn't. So hopefully this time, if I've got it really organized for them, I know, right, Mona? I really like this basket. Hopefully they won't mind doing it separate orders. Clearance price on it is 29. Oh, hold on 1 second. Pause. All right, get you guys back in my ear again. All right, we got to take a little detour. Somebody is locked out of the house, of course. All right, give me a second and I will let whoever's in the basement up. I've got to get the switch back over to my earbud. We're to the front and ask them if they will hold on to it for us to come back to. But I've got to get you in here. All right, are we there?
There you go.
Still not my ear. A few more button presses. Audio. Let me move that one. See if I can get you guys back into my ear. Still not there. On audio. Wait, there we go. All right, Tracy, Jojo, you there?
Yes.
I
Beautiful.
am. But I'm cooking, so I keep muting myself.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, StreamYard kicked me when my earbud didn't want to reconnect. But we're going to see if they're going to hold on to our cart. My son happens to be locked out of the house currently. Somebody borrowed a key and didn't put it back. So we got to, I guess, highway this here. It's going to take like 12 minutes to get to the house. I'm going to see if I can park the cart here. Give me just a second. Any way that I could like hold this up here, I've got to want my son on himself out of the house. I got to run home but I went all of this. I'll come back. How long are you? I got 15 minutes when it's so half an hour. But I'm coming. So the thing is I'm going shopping for everybody and I didn't want to. But I could do best if I had a way over there. Okay. Let's see how fast we can do this legally. I'm sorry, guys, that we have to do a little detour. Someone locked the lock that's totally not locked kind of situation. Kids. I have one for sale. So now we get to go on a road trip, Trey and
Where are we
friends.
going now?
We have to do a quick run to the house because my son is locked out. My daughter locked a lock
Did
that
you
shouldn't
have
have
them
been locked.
save your cart?
Yes, they have the cart. So this is roughly, we're looking at 12 minutes to the house, 12 minutes back. Pairing failed. Let's see what we can do. So, hey, you guys get to drive with me. And um, most of you that come back to watch the replay know that we go on drives quite often. JoJo's been on a lot of drives with me. Tracy has as well. And the downfall, we're actually going to have to do a U-turn because trying to make a left-hand turn onto this main road is like playing Frogger at extreme expert level because you got the people here in the center that want to turn. You've got people here that just can't wait to get to wherever they're going. And then you got those people there that won't dare let you in. So it is not fun. So I'm not going to miss that one. So we're going to do a little. Good thing is we're in an itty bitty little car. Hey, Liz, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Miss Liz, since there is not one in Brooklyn, New York, feel free to shop through us. Yes, Trey, get to do a little drive around my town, which, growing up, I kind of always like just envisioned other places to be and to look so much different than the town that I lived in. And I don't know why. And it wasn't because of movies or anything like that. It was just like, I don't know. It's just I wouldn't expect the buildings to almost look the same and the shopping centers to be the same. And it's like, it's the same thing with maybe different kind of trees and different kind of bugs. But it's all the same, just a bunch of buildings. And I can't put on my music. Then we get copyrights. But this area, um, just on the same street here, the next block is actually our mall. Our Michael's right over here. Surprisingly, used to be about a mile and a half down the road, and about 3 months ago, officially opened up right over here across from Joann's. So here's Michael's on the right side, and on the left side is where Joann's was. And then up there through the lights is Hobby Lobby. I don't prefer to shop at Hobby Lobby. However, they do hold one yarn hostage that I can only get at Hobby Lobby. And I like it for my kitchen scrubbies. So unfortunately, I do still buy that yarn. It's just sad that Joanne's is going. Oh, it's aggravating. So aggravating. Mona, I'm telling you, girl, every single time I've walked into my Joann's, yarn's been different. There has been different yarn every single time I go in there. And I can't help it but to go in. And then I'm going to reapply. Like, even if I just work, I don't know, I'll find some time on Sunday before Happy Hats. I'll go in, work a few hours, get her 30% off additional. That would be the grandest day. 60% off of yarn.
That would be
I'm just worried.
nice.
I'm just worried that one day I'm going to drive up here and it's not going to be here. Yeah, and Mona, you were not here when we discovered that they had this yarn. Oh, it's a pretty yarn. It's the landscapes. So excited. So excited. Trace says, I have two paper cutters from Walmart Supercenter. Hobby Lobby sells cutters too. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Ooh, Trey. Lindy's is your favorite? Like I said, I have this like share your referral link little pop up in the lower right hand corner of the phone now that StreamYard puts in. I don't know if I press it and share the referral link, if it will officially go away. But since I'm on the phone, until somebody else says a comment, I can't see what the full comment of the last one. because of this little referral link. See if I share it, if it will officially go away. Nope, it's still there. Still there. Darn it. Well, I shared the referral link, hoping that that silly little thing would go away. I'm probably sure I could take it off in the banners, but that's okay. Nice show. Spread to do well. Good drive. So Jojo, do you win that Hobie?
Not even close.
Man, on my second round, like on a 2 round, yeah, it was supposed to be 2 rows on the second round. I think I had like 3 numbers when somebody won, and that's when I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna say because there's even if they called every number, they would have had to call all my numbers to make me be able to catch up to what some of those other cards probably
Yeah.
were.
It was the
I
closest
didn't.
I got was like to the blackout, and I was 5 away. Now Connie was 1 away from the 2 rows.
What?
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. Hey, Herb, welcome in, darling. Road trip back to the house real fast, then back to the yarn store. Your favorite place, Herb. I know. Thank you for coming in. How's your day been, sir?
Hey, Herb.
Hope it, hope it's been good.
She already asked me what I'm doing for Easter. She was hinting around.
We're about 7 minutes away. Trying to make this quick. Sorry, guys. Life of a parent, I guess, right? You never know what's going to happen. Every day is different.
Exactly.
Hey, Cass, it's 55. Welcome in. Really, I know it doesn't look like we're yarn shopping, obviously. We were yarn shopping. Then get that dreaded phone call from the son. How soon can you be home to let me in? What? What? We're shopping, man, and it's a beautiful day. That's what I said. I'm like, but it's not a bad weather day. I'm like, can't you just like kick the ball or something for about 30 minutes or so? Like, Mom, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, fine, on my way. Well, that's why I was like, all right, fine. I mean, he's 18, guys, so it's not like I'm leaving a small child out waiting for mom to get home to let him in. He's an 18-year-old child still that one person borrowed keys and said they put the key back, and the other person said da 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 da. And now the key's missing. Yeah, so brother sister key exchange didn't get handled the way it should have, resulting in a quick drive to the house, which isn't no big deal. Now, granted, in my daughter's defense, the lock that she did lock, um, normally I'm home during this time to slow down, and obviously the time is 7 minutes to go. Places that are like, dude, slow down. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm sure your life, our life, isn't worth the way you're driving today. Some people. Now, granted, not saying that he might not be rushed, but he should not. Yeah, that's a little much. A little much. Aggressive driving. But no, normally I'd be home around this time, so my son would go to the house. But it is what it is, and we're on our way. Kirby's not feeling the best. Oh, delicious. I can't actually go back and see why Kirby's not feeling good. Sarah. Okay, thank you, Sarah. I swear sometimes I'm like, how old are we? Like, what are we doing, guys? But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Life happens. Thank you guys for understanding, and I do appreciate you guys all being here with me. I do. Yeah, Sarah, and everybody else in chat. Yeah, my son's last day of school, May 6th. Graduation's on the 11th. And it's like, that part's done. On to the next chapter. And my 23-year-old still lives at home as well, my daughter. Which sometimes I'm curious of her age. Mindless thinking, like just yeah. Thank you guys for doing this fabulous show. And friends in chat, feel free to type the word strawberry. Nightbot will drop your link. And friends, if you have not made friends with the others, please do. I know every channel is growing, wanting to get a little bit bigger. And some friends might not be friends with other friends. Maybe not so much here today, but there might be a couple connections that have been mislost. And if you're go ahead and click on those links. Occasionally, YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. So if you think you are subscribed, go ahead and click their link. Just make sure you subscribe. And while you're doing it, make sure you hit that bell notification. Not only on their channel, but here as well. Hit that bell. Select all notifications. That way you can never miss out on all of the fun random shopping trips that we go on. At least this one I was prepared. I was prepared and was able to give you guys at least like, 4 or 5 hours heads up. It was kind of hard to set it up though, because I just wasn't sure the timing. Uh, we have an early afternoon at work, but depending on what patients we have at the end of the day depended on how accurate I could be on what time I'd be able to do shopping for us. A few more minutes, so maybe 2. I think it might have been a minute off when I said that we were 7 minutes away, 8 minutes. Almost there, almost there. Then we'll turn around and go back and finish our yarn shopping. I'm going to be nice, try to slow down, let this person over. They might need to go to the gas station. Accident prone, Bill. Like you can always tell like the people that don't live in the area. Says, ooh, Chris says, here's a funny irony. Jessica's son graduates soon as her eldest grandson. That is phenomenal. Yeah, I was actually surprised that graduation was so early this year. Usually they only get out like a week before the rest of the school district, but it's like 2.5 weeks. And they're not having to be made, they don't have to make up any of the snow days that we had, or sorry, flood days, because that also happened. All right, we are almost there, y'all, guys. Okay, green light, go. Do. Welcome to my neighborhood.
Okay, I'm done cooking. Back in the front room.
Ooh, What's for dinner
Ooh, what you
or what's for
cook?
lunch?
Fried potatoes, fried chicken, and I don't know what kind of veggie, cottage cheese.
Ooh,
Nice.
delicious.
They asked me to make fried chicken because they like my fried chicken. They're like, I don't know what you do to it. I cook it.
I cook it.
I
I'm gonna go
use
ahead
the
and go off camera for a second.
they call it my famous fried chicken. They've always called it that. It's like, what spices do you use? And I was like, that's the secret. I'm telling you.
Okay. Would you like to know, huh?
Megan,
All right.
my sister, I fixed it down there once. I brought some spices with me, a big thing of them that I had made, and I made fried chicken. And she's like, I've got to have that recipe. Well, here, just take that. That's my recipe. She's like, you won't tell me? I was like, no.
Tell her you'll charge her $100.
See what they don't know is just I just use whatever spices I have. I just make it up as I go every time.
Right?
And then there's bases that I use that I use in every single one. But other than that, she's like, yeah, that looks good. And my ex only put chili pepper or chili powder in it, and he's like, you don't really do that. And I was like, I just yeah, I do. But no, he's like, I don't like chili. You've eaten it for years. You were eating it when we were still married, so you're detached. So yeah, I just make it up as I go, and I usually have it in a big bowl, or not a big bowl, but a small bowl with a lid. Anytime somebody wants to use it for pork chops or steak or whatever, it's in there because it's good for everything.
Right?
I've even used it on fries, tater tots.
My son likes to make up stuff and put in his own special spices.
Yep, that's how you know. And I've told Zach that, I was like, just try things and see what you like and what tastes good with it.
Exactly.
That's how you learn. One piece of chicken has a hell of a lot of pepper on it though, because the pepper kind of bumps right on that piece. Like, oh shit! I tried to get off as much as I could, but I was like, oh.
That went up.
It'll just have to do.
It's like, yeah, that came out awful fast. Because a lot of times
Yeah. Oh man, that sounds.
I just put the pepper or the salt in my hand and take
Right?
a pinch out of it at a time and sprinkle it on how I want it. Everybody doesn't have too much.
What are
I mean,
you
I do that with
uh-ohing,
my
Jess?
too.
A little too much pepper.
Oh.
All right, hold on. We're backing out of the driveway. For my house. Just need a minute. Actually, not a minute, but a few minutes.
When do you need me to send
There we
money?
go. What, Jojo?
Do you need money right away?
Love you too.
Or don't. Okay. All right. Sorry, I was slowly disconnecting from the Wi-Fi of the house. I Jojo, did you say something or?
I did. I asked when you needed the money. Do you need it right away?
No, not in particular.
Okay.
Because
Like I
yeah,
said,
we
so
will. We'll see what our damage is. I do have a little more wiggle room this time than I did last time. And to you, Jojo and Tracy, thank you for helping me get our last purchase accomplished. I
Not a
do
You're
appreciate
problem.
the both of
welcome.
you. I was not quite expecting that kind of turnout. But our first
Yeah.
shopping trip together, we spent $327 is what we spent.
And I
But
think mine was like ends up being like 23 or something. It's like,
yeah, next to nothing. I was like,
you think that's
dang,
it?
JoJo.
That's it,
like,
really? Yeah.
Mine
I'm
was
like,
a lot
well,
more than that.
You know,
I
I
was,
just
I
I'm
was,
just thinking of, like yarns for like hats and things, 'cause, that's what I've been getting. Like one scheme wonders is what I call them.
yes, and I would have gotten some of the value, but I wasn't. I was like, oh, they're probably $4 or $5 a piece, and I'm currently my budget is extremely limited on what I can purchase. Got a few bills due. Once those bills are due, then I can buy and play with yarn. But
Right.
until then, I have to just love it. And man, I'm like, there's so many pretty colors. I did
Yeah, I
splurge,
like
and
the big twist. I do like the big twist.
I love it's so soft to work with. And
Yeah,
then I
it's so easy
know
to work with.
now. How do you feel about the big twist versus the red heart?
Would you say that again?
How like how would you compare big twist and red heart?
You don't. As
Right?
much softer. It's not
Okay.
quite as thick as Red Heart, in my
Okay.
opinion. Like this hat I just made, I used a size 7 hook with a Red Heart granny square yarn, and it was still really tight. And I'm not
Oh,
a tight
okay.
crocheter, and I'm not a tight crocheter, but if I did that with a big twist, it'd be more drapey. I'd
All
probably
Right.
right.
just use a 6.
So kind of like a medium weight.
Yeah, and it's a
Okay.
lot softer, a lot softer.
To be honest, I've I own it and I've touched it. I don't think I've ever made anything with the big twist yet.
No, I've used Joann's yarns for years and years. Um, when I did the one haul, when I first found out they were probably going to go out of business, they were still doing the Yarnorma sale,
Yes.
and I kind of stocked up a little bit. I got um, like the variegateds I like to make a blanket. I got enough for a blanket in 2 different colors, the blues and purples. I got enough for this or enough for that, and I got some of the solid colors.
See, and I
Um,
really wish I would have used my brain and stocked up during that yarn inspiration. I
yeah,
made
well,
it there. I
Inspirations will do that again. They've done that many a times.
see, and that's what I was thinking. Like I went in and I seen like the vortex. The vortex were like $1.27 a ball,
Are
and
you
all
are
this
you
other yada yada.
you said Yarn Inspirations, not Big Twist or Joann's.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, thank you. Um, it was the vortex, and I'm like, oh, they'll
Mm,
have it on sale again. I won't worry about getting any of it. They'll have it on sale. 2 weeks
I got
later,
a
they took
bunch of the
everything off
vortex.
sale.
I
Did
got
you
a bunch of
really?
the vortex when it was on sale. Yep.
I just kicked myself in the butt that I didn't read into what was happening. Clearly, they were trying to do a wipeout as much inventory as possible.
I got vortex. I got the rave yarn and something else.
yeah, because the
The
yarn
jelly bean.
the Yarn sale, they let it go like a month and a half, 2 months longer than they usually do.
Yeah.
And I knew
Yep.
something was up then. Well, excuse you.
I mean, I wish I would have, just kind of thought about it, put two and two together, because
Yeah,
it was clear as day.
yeah, because that's when I looked into it. I was like, why are they still doing this? And I saw these posts about how Joann's bankrupt, they're going to be selling, and I was like, oh, okay, it's time to go on a road trip.
Road trip.
So I
Sarah said
went,
that she got the program.
yeah, so I did that. The one thing I wish I would have got was cotton when they had it. What about one too?
I'm quickly liking the KC cotton. The feel of it is amazing. Chris K made a good point, JoJo, about the big twist. That I never, because I don't have any breathing issues or lung issues or anything, so I don't think that way necessarily. But she did say, for those with lung issues, big twist is not wound tight enough. So where's like extra fibery.
Yeah.
Um, Last night, I've got to remake the pom pom with my pom pom maker. It's the first time using it, and I just fed my pom pom until like there's no pom pom left. But I made a child size hat last night, just whipping something together, and the yarn, like my hands looked like I had a cat that I brushed for like hours on my leg. There was so much fiber from this yarn. I'm like, yep, that's not a good yarn for breathing people.
I've never had an issue with it. That's just me personally.
I can't say that it affects me breathing wise, um, other than the bug tickles my nose or I end up getting it in my mouth or something, something like that. Just it gets everywhere, but it doesn't interfere with my breathing or anybody in the house locally.
Yeah.
And Sarah, I would love to see all of what you said, but all I can see is I got the sales between. And because of this silly little link tab, once we get back to Joann's, which we're only like 3 minutes away, thank you all for being so patient, hanging out. Tracy, Jojo, thank you, girls. Keeping
Sarah
me
said,
company.
Sarah said I got the sales between Black Friday and President's Day. Black Friday's a really good time to save up your money and go shopping for your home.
Really?
And Trey says, speaking of occasionally road tripping, I usually travel on I-20 eastbound from Augusta, Georgia to Florence, South Carolina. I usually travel on 95s northbound from Florence, South Carolina to Emporia, Virginia. Okay. Jeanette says, I'm still here. Well, hi, Jeanette.
Hi,
Thank you,
Jeanette.
Miss Jeanette.
I don't know who all is here, but hi, everybody. I was in there cooking, so I didn't watch the chat or nothing.
Yeah, cooking some fried taters.
All the taters are
Yum.
still cooking.
Ooh. Oh, I'm
Hey,
glad I'm paying attention here. In my lane just quite a bit. Make sure the guy behind me can see me. All right. We're like less than 2 minutes away. Boop, 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 boop. I'll see if I can get rid of this little pop-up thing. It's driving me bonkers. Just because it's cutting off the comments on me. So Hobby Lobby's over there to the left. Over by Costco. There's Costco. I don't have a Costco card. I'd love a Costco card. But slow here for a second. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Is there enough wiggle room? All right, well, if that one made it, I know my little Kia can. I'm in a little roller skate. And I have to say, anybody that drives anywhere where there's snow on the ground in the wintertime, this little Kia Soul got me through some spots. Yeah, I should have been stuck quite a few times when we had that 18 inches of snow. But man, this little thing truckered along. I door dashed through all of it in this little thing. All right, here we go. Back again, round two. I'm glad I don't live far.
Does this one usually have yarn too?
This is the one that we started.
Okay.
We do have one more. I don't frequent it often. Um, it is kind of honestly on the other side of town. If we go to it, we will have. I will do a trip leaving work just because I'm already like 3/4 of the way there. But it is a little trek off the beaten path of where I would normally go, but doesn't mean that we couldn't go to see what yarn they have. Because I'm curious on the sales. Now, is it like all across the board at all Joann's that yarn is now 30% off? Or are are there some that might not sell yarn so good, so they might have it 50% off?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Good idea. I don't know either.
So if anybody's been to their Joann's and their sale price is different than what it is here, let me know. And in the future, if you guys happen to go before we make another trip back. Last time we were here, it was only 25% off. Oh, I guess that was a week ago. A week ago on Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And then I believe the 25% off is what they originally started with.
Yeah,
This
it
is the
was.
first drop in the yarn. Good to know. All right, let's see if I can. I'm going to click some buttons. Thank you guys for being so patient. If you guys want to know what your weather is like currently, just type in weather and your zip code. Put Nightbot to work. All right, let's see. That one's not going to do it. Well, darn it. Now I just had to put you guys on the charger. Mateo is at 30% off. Let's see if this one comes off here. And had I thought about it, I would have put you guys on the charger on the way home. See if we can get that little advertisement thingy off here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, does not look like it's gonna let me take that off. Okay. So have they said what the owners are going to do with all of these buildings? Right? There's this one happens to be attached, and that's why originally this was one of the ones that had stayed open because the building they just like re-signed like 2 years ago. They renewed like a 3-year lease here. So when a lot of them were closing that first round, this was one of the ones that stayed open because their lease isn't up yet. So I'm not sure how they're playing that one out. I'm doing a quick look to see if I have some power banks because it honestly kind of looks like My phone made it because I did not charge you guys. And it's aggravating because I just had it in the car yesterday, or had it in my fridge yesterday. Darn it, guys. All right. I don't know if this is going to charge enough.
Did you have Reggie?
I'm pressing buttons. Whatever that is, I don't.
If there isn't one, straight back in our room in a box, there's a can of green beans or peas. I saw it in there yesterday.
There we go. Oh, yes. Sun catcher. It's Chris. All right, guys, we might have to take a little bit of a hiatus, a little intermission, because I am only at 13% because somebody didn't think about plugging in the phone while we were driving. So it's whether we go inside and see if they have a battery pack charger, because I don't have mine with me, because I was not thinking that far ahead. Or we can return in, say, 15 minutes or so. Let this do a quick charge and we can finish doing our shopping spree. Let's see.
That's your
13.
call. You know how fast your phone charges.
Or we can go in, shop. Well, no, because then I will have to ask them to hold on to the card again. So let's give 10-minute intermission. Everybody grab a snack. Grab some water. And grab your checkbook. We'll take 10 minutes. We'll come back right at 3:32. Sit right here, do a quick little charge, and we'll go in and we will continue to shop,
All
which
right.
should be lots of fun. So see you in 10, and I'm actually going to go ahead and turn it all the way off so that way it's just doing nothing but charging. Hey, doggy.
Okay.
And so sorry, guys. I wish I would have thought about it. I didn't think about it. When we did start, we were at 80%. But we have also been on for an hour and a half because I had to take a half-hour hiatus. So see you in 10. Please return
All
because you guys
right.
are awesome sauce. All right. See you shortly.
All right. Bye.